the Navigating School inquiry, students learn about the people and places that make up their school environment and explore how to help foster a great school community. Let's take a look at the key moments in the inquiry. Before you begin exploring navigating school with students, consider informing caregivers about the inquiry using the provided inquiry launch letter. The hook lesson, School's First Day, is the first lesson of the launch module. During this lesson, you'll facilitate a read aloud of School's First Day of School by Adam Rex. Remember, there's no pre-teaching required for hook lessons. Students are likely to encounter new words, new concepts, and new content. Use that newness to spark curiosity and motivate students for the learning ahead. You'll begin building your classroom's vocab wall, which will grow over the course of the inquiry. Finally, you'll introduce students to the inquiry question, which will guide them through the investigation modules that will follow. How can we make school a great place for everyone? In the second lesson of the launch module, Generating Investigation Questions, students will use the question formulation technique, a protocol for producing, improving, and prioritizing questions. During the protocol, you'll work with students to fill out the investigation questions anchor chart, which you'll display and refer back to throughout the inquiry. Remember, it's okay if students don't have many ideas yet. This is time for informal pre-assessment, not pre-teaching. After the launch module, you'll guide students through 4 investigation modules, each organized around an essential need-to-know question. What does it mean to navigate school? Who is here to help me? What helpful choices can I make as a student? How can I be a problem solver? Over the course of these modules, you and your students will construct an inquiry-long display, the School Inquiry Wall, a visual representation of all the places in the school. This display acts as a living document that you'll add to and modify throughout the inquiry. It will serve as a tool to help students recall learning and draw connections to the inquiry question. Throughout these investigation modules, you'll also check for understanding using checkpoint assessments, which come near the end of a module. Remember, if you need support with the checkpoint assessment, you can always use the assessment guide linked in the lesson. Let's look at a few highlights from each module. In Module 2, students take a guided tour of 4 to 5 places in the school and identify the norms or behaviors of those places. In Module 3, students conduct an interview with a school helper to learn how they help make school a great place. Who might you ask to visit your classroom for an interview? In Module 4, students engage in kinesthetic protocols like Vote with Your Feet and Rocket Ship to help them explore their own roles at school and how they can make school a better place. In Module 5, students explore how to talk and work it out when they encounter problems at school and how they can become a problem solver. At the end of Module 5, you'll help students get ready to turn their learning into action by reflecting on what they've learned, generating ideas about challenges and opportunities they might address, creating an inquiry challenge statement that addresses a specific challenge and opportunity for their school. After Module 5, it's time to take action. Based on student interest, available resources, and your unique context, you'll choose an inquiry product that students will create to impact the community beyond their classroom. The possibilities are endless. Students could create posters promoting helpfulness, safety, and problem solving. Design a map of the school that can be shared with visitors, indicating different places, important people, and any rules or tips for being in those places. Produce an original storybook about a character navigating expectations and opportunities in a school setting. Whatever product you and your students choose to create, the lessons of Module 6 will guide you through the stages of the design process, culminating in students sharing their work and reflecting on their learning and accomplishments. One important step in the design cycle that you won't want to miss is co-creating a final inquiry product rubric with students. You'll base your rubric on objectives from the investigation modules, inquiry skills, and student-generated success criteria. And that's a quick overview of the Navigating School inquiry. Don't forget to submit samples of student work and photos of your students in action to the Inquiry Work Gallery accessible from the Inquiry Hub portal at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Good luck on your inquiry journey.